Alright guys, welcome back to some FoolCraft, baby! Oh yeah! Hype! Back to 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 back. We are going strong. And I did some stuff, but before I need to talk to you guys. I need to seriously talk to you guys. So, in episode 4, I did this crazy like bait. I was like, come on, we need to get a 50% like ratio. I knew it's not gonna happen, but episode 4 had far over 2,000 likes. In episode 5 for a test, I didn't do it, and right now as I'm looking, we're at 1,200, so 1,000 likes are missing already. Huh? So, not disrespecting you guys, but I have to remind you, slap that like button, it helps me out a lot. Please, pretty please. So, what's up today? I'm working on several things. We're getting ready to finally move. The last thing I pretty much need is the whole refined storage stuff. And right now, I'm trying to work my way up. Oh, okay, I need to make another one of these. I made a solderer. And yeah, last time, if you haven't seen it yet, we made this. The chicken dynamo, the chicken reactor, the chickinator, however you want to call it. But it's pretty cool. We have an abundance of power now from this little thing. And this lava tank is full. I cannot access the drum. But, you know, we always knew if this thing is full, the drum is okay. You guys like the setup a lot, and I asked for, you know, how we can cover these cables, and you guys told me that in the comments, said it's a scaffolding thing. I was kind of on the right track, but missed the goal closely. So when we set this thing up in our main base, we gotta make it more pretty. And I was thinking, I might have several of these. I have to check. There is still one more update we can use for thermal expansion, a better coil. Right now we're using this basic coil, but there is, I think, let me just look, transmission, wasn't there, let me see, there was, that's the basic. What is the next tier called? Thermal, augmented fuel catalyzer. What does that thing? Increased efficiency. We might put the second tier upgrade on there. What is that? Specialization. Okay, so I think we could put at least this here. Then we get more energy, so we balance it out. So those two upgrades. But I think this transmission coil is the highest upgrade we can use on those dynamos. But we have to look into the mod pack. Maybe there's other stuff that can produce energy from lava. Let me know, guys, if you know about that. That have a better output than one you're using at the moment. Alright, so that is done. What was the thing called? I think it's called the grid. Yeah, that's what we need, and then we want to upgrade to a crafting grid. So those construction core, okay. Yeah, I made a bunch of these basic of these printed silicon thingies. I think that's how it works. Right, what was it again? Dang, my memory. It's the glowstone. Yeah, I took some glowstone here. Okay, let's quickly see if was it that? No, wait. Oh yeah, it's a basic processor. And okay, it needs a printed basic processor. Oh man. Why do you have to make it so complicated? Alright, so I'll work towards our crafting grid here. And I'm working on another project, by the way. Our Invar production is up and running very fine. Very happy about that. And here I'm crossbreeding a cocoa and a yellow chicken to hopefully get a copper chicken. And there we go. Just got it. Sweet. Okay. Now, best would be if we get 2 copper chicken eggs, then we put them next to each other and start to 10-10-10ing them. It sucks a bit. Those chicken are very basic ones, 1-1-1s. Some you know, kind of, yeah, how do you call it, lanes, genetic strains of chicken. I cannot use my base chicken that are all 10 10 10 or other chicken I did and go from there. I have to start at, yeah, from scratch pretty much. Here I'm producing nether quartz, which is also a very, very fine thing to have. And yeah, the copper chicken is up next. And yeah, I'll get the crafting grid done and then we'll see what's up. Alrighty guys, awesome! We got the grid up and running. And I took all the items I had in my other colossal chest and put it in here. And of course you need one of those external storage things to access it. So now we're basically up and running, but I have a disk drive here. And yeah, if I want to move, you know, to the new base, it would be really obnoxious to transfer items. I mean, I could use an ender chest, but as we don't have chunk loading, I'm not quite sure if that would work. And in the long run, obviously, we also don't want to use these massive chests everywhere. They look cool, but are good for a start and kind of funny. But in the end, we want to go high tech and have everything on disk drives, right? So to easily move, I should make disks, and right now I'm in the middle of doing them. I have 4K storage parts. So in yeah, refined storage, it's a bit different like it was before in applied energistics. With the storage, it's a flat number. So if I make a 4K storage disk right now, let's say this guy, right, it could store 4K items flat. So if you look at our system, I mean, we have alone 1600 redstone, and yeah, should get away with making 3 4K storage disks, and then I should be able to, yeah, load everything into that. So let's quickly check. Yeah, I think we can make them. Let's quickly see. 4K, boom, make 3 of them. And that'll be good. Later on we will introduce auto crafting and all with that system. Okay, so now if we throw the disks in here and give that a priority of +10, now we can store a total of 12K items. So now if I go ahead, say take that all out, can do that, but I gotta be smart about it. There is some stuff we can compact. For example, yeah, the redstone, and we have tons of manure and other things I would like to compact, but for now let's say we pick the ores here, and if we throw them in now, throw them back in, they should go into the system, but they should end up in the disks. Yes, see, higher priority. So now we have 185 items taken here, and of course there's large disks, like I think the maximum is 64K. Yeah. Okay, so a good thing to do next would be to make a compactor, because we also have, you know, double chests full of manure and double chests full of bone meal. That should be, we should be able to compact that into bone blocks, right? I think there were, are they in this version already? Let's quickly check. Oh yeah, okay, they are. But then we would lose all our bone meal, right? You cannot really break them up. Yeah. Okay, but at least I want to compact the manure and redstone and maybe some other stuff we got. So that's the next order of... Oh. That's our next order of business. So we can actually move. So I guess I'll go through my chest here. Coal blocks... Wait, let me check one thing before I'm stupid. Can I uncraft the bone blocks? Bone? Oh yes, of course they can. Yes, okay, so bone meal also needs to be compacted. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be compacted, man. For sure. Okay, so yeah, gonna sort some stuff. I mean, here, gold, other ingots can be compacted. and a bunch of other stuff. So I guess that'll make sense. The rest I'll just have to, yeah, redo pretty much and throw it in here again. But yeah, that's easy job, no problem. But yeah, compactor is definitely up high on our priority list. Yep, we should do this. Let's see how our disk fills up now. We have 4% fillage. I hope I can get away with these 4 disks with everything we have. I don't want to build up this huge inventory because yeah, the move will be annoying. So compactor. I've never made one of those things, but should be fairly simple. That's that thing, basic compactor, and it just takes stuff and what is that? Okay. Compacting drawer. Yeah, the drawer storage system is also interesting, of course. Quite good because it has the void upgrades, for example. So maybe some stuff I will store in my storage drawers later. Let's say all the eggs and things, you know, because the eggs would take up a lot of space and we don't need tons of them. So yeah, for now, I think I'm gonna try to make a compactor and play with that thing a bit and see if we can compact some stuff down. Alright, so I guess we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. I have an exporter set up and I configured it to pull redstone. Here is our compactor, and yeah, he does just that. He's compacting, and now I have an importer. I should be able to point it to this guy. Here's the export. Oh, wait. Wrong. Right, this should go here. Yeah. And then we tell it to import redstone, and that should flow through. Yeah, and we should be getting redstone blocks in our disks. Okay, awesome. So this way I can go through now and look for all the specific items that need to be compacted and run them through the system. Very neat. Oh yeah, and I charged it, but it needs to be hooked up to the power. It's temporary, of course. Here we got a little bit of a power line coming out. And we should hook it up to our thing here. So that's good for now. Cool. And all these cables. I don't like messy cabling like that at all. Now we need to make sure everything is clean. This should be disabled. Okay. Okay, now it looks a bit cleaner. Although, as I said, it's just temporary. Okay, that stuff is pulling in. Can we... So, I looked into this thing further. I said an advantage of the storage drawers is that you can void access items. You can actually do that with a disk drive here too. So, you know, you can activate that and then say whatever is access, dump it. So that works. Access tube compared to... Yeah, I think you can say void access items and fluids. So when you... It pretty much works like that. You activate it, then you define which items should be voided. And yeah, as soon as it goes over your storage capacity, the items are gone. So that works. So this system might be far superior in the end. Good stuff. Of course, it has auto crafting and all things as well. And I think there's also speed upgrades to those things. Here you can put in upgrades. Compare damage, yes or no. Okay, that can be done too. Well, I'll let it run, and I think it'll do itself. I have to stick around anyways because I'm still waiting for our second copper chicken. Didn't happen so far. We have 1. So yeah, I'll stick around and compact everything I can. Alright, I've been compacting my storage quite a bit, and I made a redstone furnace smelting up all my ores. This thing is empty now, and we got it all in here. So there's no more ores, and everything that can be compacted is compacted. Now, here's the compactor, by the way. And yeah, I also made a crafter here. We might use that later. Wait, let me put that away here in my universal useful stuff chest or bag. And next up would be compacting manure and stuff. So that doesn't work in the compactor because it's a crafting recipe. So we gotta teach our system here to do stuff. And well, I made the crafter already. That is the thing that actually crafts stuff. And yeah, what we now need is a pattern maker, pretty much. We need to make patterns. And yeah, we need an advanced processor here. So let's quickly make one. What we're missing? This guy. Okay, diamonds. Should all be in block form. Okay, let's get that done. Boom, make one of these. Then we can use these patterns here to teach our system to autocraft stuff, which is of course really, really useful. For now, we're just gonna teach it some very basic things. But yeah, okay, we need this guy, and then we put it together with patterns I already made. Those patterns are holding the crafting recipes, you know. And when we're done with that, we just teach it to make manure blocks and bone blocks, what we have stored downstairs, and then we should be pretty good. All right, so here, solderer, boom, do that. Okay, it's making it. Okay, and then with that it should work. It's quite similar to applied energistics, but more lenient, not so convoluted, more straight to the point, I feel. You can do less complex systems, I believe, so there's no channels, for example. There was different channels and whatnot, but I always felt there was something that was not really necessary with the whole dealio. Okay, let's put that here. That is hooked up to our system. Okay, and oh yeah, we can also enable OR dictionary. For example, if we teach that thing to make chests, we could tell it to use all wood, not a specific type. Okay, wait, we need a bit of manure. Let me grab some. We should have more than enough manure down in here. Okay. Alright, let's see. Manure. So we teach it to make a manure block. Boom. This thing now knows how to do it. If you hold shift, you can see what it actually is. And now we just tossed it in our crafter. Later you can store more recipes, and now it should know how to make manure. So, okay, let's toss that stuff in, and the crafting recipes should show up. Display normal, non-craftables, only craftables. Here we go. So we can say craft all of those, and we need to transfer the manure first, but okay, that works. Okay, oh, I don't like, okay, I see. Okay, so let's grab a bunch of manure and transfer that over. Manure. There's not much manure in here, actually. Oh, wow. Okay. I thought I had way more manure laying about. Actually not. Well, that's okay. Okay, let's toss the manure in here, though. Okay, now we can say craft, make 64, start. Boom. And we're doing it. Sweet. Now the system automatically knows that, and we can compact stuff down further. That is pretty neat. When I say normal, where is... Okay, so as soon as it runs out, it will do it, pretty much. Alright. Good. Take him out. Say let's do another 64. cancel. We can't. Craft. Let's do 40 then. Start. And we can compact most of the stuff down. Okay. Pretty neat. Okay, so now we probably want to teach it how to make bone blocks, right? That would be something. We have no bone meal in here. Yeah, there was tons of bone meal stored down here. Also making progress with my copper chicken. Let's see. We got a better egg here already. Nice. Okay. Let's go into the pattern maker thing. Let's clear that and let's teach him to make bone blocks. Boom. Store it in the crafter. Okay. Now. Okay, you can only craft. Can you also? Well, let's make 64. Okay. Okay. Yeah, but it's doing what we want. I mean, using the crafter externally would probably be better. But who gives? Let's throw all the bone meal in there. I'm gonna transfer that over and compact a bunch of that. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, craft 64, start, boom. Okay, and then obviously we would need to teach it the other way around, right? Like if you want to uncompress it again, so to speak. So if we do this, it should also know about that, right? So let's put that into the crafter. And now we could get bone meal out of the system and we wouldn't have to worry about crafting specific things. Redstone torches, chests, stuff you do a lot, you should put into that thing. So sticks, all the basic stuff. But yeah, we'll do that later when we move. For now, I just want that system to be as compacted as possible so we don't store so much stuff. I mean, we are 32% full right now. So if I throw all the other stuff in there, so with the, we should be getting close to halfway full. So here with the crafter, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. We could tell the crafter, for example, to do this. And then we can say apply. I think we might need a pattern for that too or so. I have to look that up a little bit. And then it would craft stuff for us and we can run it through that. If you have a bunch of these crafters, for example, in front of our after our chicken displays and so on, we could store a lot of manure. And we could also say here in the void access, there's another thing here with the refined storage. I want to show you that seems to be pretty useful for us. We got these storage blocks, right? Let's say here, the 16K storage block. It's quite complicated to make, but these storage blocks have the same functionality like your disk drives. And they just store a single item. So we could say, send all our manure in there, and then if we have it full, void all the rest. And I think I'm going to use a bunch of these storage blocks as well to mass store certain items. I think that would make sense. We can make a wall of them or something, or some block or whatever efficient configuration we come up with, and run with that. So that would work. Let me see. Yeah, there is so much bone meal in here. Okay, that's empty, and let me grab some more. Okay, good. Then we have all these wood. Probably don't even have to take that with us for now, but yeah. So now I wonder, is there a way, if I say give me bone meal, boom, it did it already. Oh no, that was the bone meal we had. Okay, can I, like if I take those, can I also, it's a question for you guys, like if I want to keep on crafting. Right now we have all these chicken manure, right? But I would love to craft more of it now. Is there a way to do that without taking it out? I don't know. available. Okay, we have way more. Then let's do... Okay, boom. Yeah, that's really neat. I like that a lot. Okay, so that is done. Oh, it crafts back and forth now. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. To stop that process, probably need to take that out. It would just keep on crafting. There's also a crafting monitor where you can cancel certain crafting processes. Let's take that out. Yeah, now we wrecked the system pretty much. Now we need a crafting monitor to cancel to cancel what we've been doing. Ah, interesting. Otherwise it will keep on doing it. Go back and forth, go back and forth. Although I took the crafting recipe out, it should not even know how to do it, right? Let's take those out and see if it still tries to do it. Okay. If it remembered the job, so to speak. We could probably break the crafter. Okay, let's see if it keeps on doing that, or if that reset it. It stopped. Okay, that reset it. Okay, good. Good stuff. Okay, I am gonna experiment with the crafter here a little bit, learn about stuff, but to be honest, I mean, we have the flint here, we're getting more manure, we have all these eggs, perfect eggs. Sand would be maybe something we could teach it, but I don't want to compact the sand down to sandstone. I want to keep it for now. So that needs to be thrown in our system too. And yeah, I'd say I'll stay on here for a while. I get my copper chicken perfected. I need glowstone chicken, I need gold chicken, there's a bunch more. And yeah, with that system, everything relatively compact, take this thing with us, we are ready to move and can reset it up again. And then we need to take this thing as well. I wonder, it's another question for you. I know there is the builder and something, can a builder build such complex things? Like, could we do a blueprint for this guy somehow? Define an area and say copy this, and it would rebuild it one to one, so we don't have to do it manually. Let me know if you know about that. That would be really interesting. And yeah, so we refined our storage today. I mean, looking good. I'm always open to tips, you know, if you have great ideas. Before we start with the whole base, every tip helps. You know, everything that you think is a good idea I should look into, make our life easier. Let me know. And I love you very much for watching. Thanks for your support. Keep in mind, we did a little like bait in the beginning, huh? If you haven't liked, do it. Thanks for watching, my friends. I'm out. And bye bye.